Trigger. 100% trigger.
Just point and laugh, boys. Point and laugh.
Hey guys, do we have an episode for you? We have Jordan Peterson and everyone who's trying to take him down. We have the emasculation of all of Western society and the conspiracy to take us all out. And it's being perpetuated by fellows like Justin Trudeau, Canada's Prime Minister, who's doing everything within his own power to emasculate his own self. Or the American Psychiatric Association. Don't tell anyone you heard it from me, but I think they're buying off companies like Gillette and Harry to do their dirty work for them and ruin the masculinity. Just last week we saw Gillette do what they did with their emasculating commercial, trying to destroy masculinity as we know it. Now, I'm not saying they were paid, but I'm saying they were paid. And we're gonna tie all of that up together to make sure we understand who and why is trying to destroy Western society through destroying Western masculinity. Join us on a journey through facts.
Let me show you how this is a coordinated attack on Professor Peterson, on men, and on Western civilization. We have transgenders pushing for Boo C16 in Canada, with noted beta boy Justin Trudeau taking the lead in the charade to remove men as we know them from society. We have very real attacks on Jordan Peterson, who is the loudest voice of reason demanding you people realize what sort of world you're bringing upon all of us. A world full of weak, unsocialized, and most of all incompetent and unreliable men, which the very women who push for this will have no interest in after they've made them into women. Do they realize everyone will be worse off and our civilization will just fall victim to one that didn't fail 50% of its population, specifically the population it can use as an invasion force? And trust me, the attempt to take Jordan Peterson and his message down has been an intense and malicious one. The Guardian. How dangerous is Jordan B. Peterson, the right-wing professor who hit a hornet's nest? Not as dangerous as the world you're preparing for your children. Vox. Jordan Peterson, the obscure Canadian psychologist turned right-wing celebrity, explained. Vice. The fundamental errors of Jordan Peterson. Like you could find any errors. Last time I checked, Vice had more errors than a dog has fleas. They're getting both government agencies and private companies to pander to the leftist anti-masculine agenda. We have the American Psychiatric Association declare masculinity a social construct, and a toxic social construct at that, which suggests we should take it down. Toxic masculinity. 43% of boys are raised by single mothers. 78% of teachers are female. So close to 50% of boys have 100% feminine influence at home and 80% feminine influence at school. Toxic masculinity isn't the problem. The lack of masculinity is. And I tend to agree. However, with the American Psychiatric Association declaring that to be a social construct and a toxic one, we have some issues. Most notably that the psychologists who would otherwise treat issues that males and masculine persons have will now not treat them and will just harm them further by denying their masculinity and the healthy ways to deal with any issues or frustrations coming along with it. Private companies have been convinced by what I can only assume is a large sum of money or a gun to the head. Even I can't bring myself to think this was done with the customer in mind. And now we have companies like Gillette and Harry's following closely, trying to take down all messages of positive masculinity, like risk-taking, bravery, self-control, decency, benevolence, being a good father and a role model, and so many, many more. As of this moment, the commercial has over 1 million dislikes. And they say they want to inspire debate? Are they kidding me? They hope the men in the video are inspired to act like role models. It's inspiring me to buy a Gillette-shaped punching bag. So let's have a look at this commercial everyone seems to be going off about.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get?
Alright, from the very beginning, they started off with some Me Too and sexual harassment in the background. Good start, good start.
Can get. Is it? We can't hide from it.
We have some bullies chasing weakly appearing kids.
Sexual harassment is taking over.
It's been going on far.
We have some predominantly white males harassing people of all nationalities, obviously, as that's what us white males do.
We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy? What I actually think she's trying to say.
So we're also seeing how women are being subjugated under the patriarchy. We can see that there's no way this woman just said something stupid and that's why she's looking in the ground right now in the commercial. No, it's assumed that someone's mansplaining here, as we all see.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
I'm not sure that's an excuse. It's a fact. They will be boys. And guess what? Boys have more energy and testosterone to burn through. Imagine that. And are you insinuating that when kids fight at a party, grown men are just gonna stand around and laughing about it? Laughing. What sort of crazy circus house did you grow up in?
Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
Did you really have to put the Young Turks in there? Seriously? You know what she thinks about you, right?
Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage, okay?
Right?
Yeah.
And there will be no going back.
You know what? You're right. Once we eradicate all males, there wouldn't be any going back. And the species will end. Wonder if you ever thought about that.
Because we believe in the best in men.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
Despite the fact that the only decent people here appear to be coward, I don't see anything wrong with men holding each other accountable, which they do.
To act the right way.
Not cool. Not cool.
So he wanted to get to meet her and that's not cool. Message accepted. Stop meeting people from the opposite gender apparently. Yeah, that's gonna help.
Because the boys watching today
Will be the women of tomorrow.
will be the men of tomorrow.
Women, you're trying to create women. Remember, stay on message. They're already making a great job of making males insecure about asking people out. I mean, just look at this. Asking to go out for a drink. About 25% of males think that's sexual harassment in the United States. Apparently also in France. The fuck? As if Western men didn't have enough taboo already. You guys did this. You see this? You see this patch right here? You see this? You see this patchy right here? That's because of you. It's your fault. I blame you, Gillette. I blame you, reptile cutie. I blame the leftists. I blame the liberals. I blame the goddamn communists. I blame all of you. Are we sure the problem has anything to do with masculinity and not with the overwhelming overflow of femininity in our quickly deteriorating society? But seriously, don't you see the writing on the wall? They're killing masculinity for a reason. Votes. It is a well-established knowledge that feminine people, also known as women, tend to vote more left, more socialist, and more democratic, while masculine people, also known as men, tend to vote more right, more conservative, and more capitalist. Women across the Western European countries have increasingly supported leftist parties, while the gender gap in post-communist countries favors the right. Further research across Western European countries finds that women are significantly less likely to cast their vote for radical right parties than men. Now let's not forget that in the left's view, any right-leaning party is a radical right party. Positive values signify more women voting for the Democratic Party than men. Positive would be the values they deem positive. I would guess those are not the masculine ones. The overall pattern clearly shows that women are more supportive of the Democratic Party over time. Therefore, it's quite easy to draw the line between why leftists would push the agenda for the feminization of males. Accordingly, more feminine men will vote more leftist, more socialist, and more Democrat. That's quite the move, trying to brainwash your whole opposing voter base and brainwash them from the youngest age possible. To fathers you've either managed to chase away from the household with leftist policies supporting single motherhood rather than the nuclear family, or fathers you've managed to brainwash into supporting your anti-masculine agenda.
And now, with all that being said, can you really tell me that there's not something going on? At least something? I mean, at least for the companies like Gillette, they were either misled to think they would make more money out of that, or they already made a lot of money out of it. If you know what I'm saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
With this in mind, perhaps you all need to take another look around, and companies need to start thinking about the only political interests they should care about, their customers' interests in their product. How many more companies are we going to see pander to the social justice affirmative action pussy hat wearing rejects? I mean, really, do you think the social justice hippies use razors? They either don't shave, the neckbeards, or don't have enough testosterone to grow a beard. I guess they might cut themselves too much on their soft manly skin and assume they need a new razor each time. But come on guys, it's my job to insult their intelligence here. Yours is to sell razors. Stick to it. But seriously, don't you see the writing on the wall? They're killing masculinity for a reason. Votes. And this great push for immigration. Exactly when we have our warriors questioned and weakened. Coincidence? I think not. My people have been enslaved by the Turks for 500 years. Don't let yourselves be enslaved by the young Turks.
And guys, thanks so much for staying till the end of this video. I can't tell you how amazing all of you are. And I'll see you guys next time.